reminds me of a meme. It was a meme of a girl in high school, a girl and a guy in high school.
How you gonna shame me?
Hold on, I'm not shaming you. I'm actually about to
You're
bring you full
perfect.
circle.
No one's
I got
shaming
your
you. You're
back. Watch
perfect.
this. In the meme, they were in high school. When the nerd came up to the girl in high school, she was like, ugh, no, I don't want you. And then once she became a baby mama, he was a CEO executive and all that. And she's like, hey, you remember me? He said, ugh, no, I don't want you. I be feeling like, respectfully, y'all is the grown-up versions of the niggas that got hurt in high school while we was out fucking with the drug dealers. Let me tell you something. We were victims then making horrible-ass decisions with grown-ass niggas preying on us. Y'all gotta let that shit go. You didn't get no pussy in high school. You getting pussy now. Get over it,
Absolutely.
nigga.
Because how many times do you hear men bring up, but what about the girls who had the older guys picking them up in high school?
Get the fuck over
it. Was right. It wasn't right then. It is not right now. And she wasn't the one who was responsible for making it right. He was. He was the older guy.
They can make more.
This reminds me.
They can make more
Take
excuses.
some accountability.
They can have as many excuses as they want. I say, God save me from y'all.
Oh, that's amazing. I'm still the bitch you dream about. So we can talk all day about certain topics.
Projection.
You guys can't sit here and say.
Guys that they want to try to shame for making good decisions.
No one's shaming you.
You're not shaming good decisions.
You're not shaming me.
I'm not shaming good decisions.
No one's shaming them for their decision making.
Feel shame. I
It's
feel
actually
great.
quite the opposite. You're shaming
Why do
people
y'all
for
keep
making
talking
bad
over me?
decisions
Why do they keep
in the
talking
past.
over me? Why do they keep talking over me? Remember this, and this
shit's so
goes
funny.
for the women too. But I'm speaking to my guys. Anytime that you find yourself in a situation where you dodged somebody that you thought was for you but really wasn't, that's God protecting you.
Absolutely.
That go for women too.
Whenever you raise your standards, fellas, remember, it's not that you gotta have a lot of options, you just gotta find the best one for you.
Hey, yo, black man, what's happening, man? Peace. Tell me what's goody, right? Now, in this video, I wrote that clip for you guys, but by this point, we pretty much all have seen it. That one chick on Anton Daniels' show, man, she pretty much exposed the reality. And one thing on my channel, I love talking about the reality. Now, let's get right into it, right? In the beginning, she was talking about how pretty much the nerds from back then, right? Pretty much, she's calling them sassy. She's calling them sassy because guys are in their feelings because, the same chick that dissed them back in the day, fast forward, 5, 10, 15 years later, listen, that same chick trying to holler at that nerd because that nerd is now a CEO, executive, he's an engineer, IT, lawyer, he bossed up pretty much, right? And when she's hollering at him, he looking like, beat it. Tell your story walking somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And I understand it fully, bro, because one thing I realized back in the day, right? And I'm going to get a little personal real quick. When I was in high school, I wasn't a full-blown nerd, but I did have, nerd interests. And I was always demonized for it, bro. Again, I grew up like in anime, bro. I've been watching anime from the time I was like maybe 6 or 7. I watched anime my whole life, man. And see, I had a cup of coffee just now, so I'm wired, man. Listen, I'm ready to go. But even watching anime back then, right? When I told girls how, I like anime, I was laughed at. I was chastised for it. All because I actually, have a different interest compared to most guys. I'm going to be honest, bro. I didn't really get into playing 2K up until about 2013. I didn't really get into playing Madden up until about 2012. I was really more into anime. Like most of the games I played growing up, was Dragon Ball Z, especially the Budokai Budokai. I'm saying it right. The Budokai joint back in the day. Naruto games. I was into like Bully and stuff like that. Of course, Grand Theft Auto, the typical stuff. But what that woman was talking about was making a conscious decision. Well, I'm going to call it the conscious decision making and a subconscious behavior messing with drug dealers, right? So she mentioned how, listen, the females were off dealing with drug dealers and older guys back in high school. And I do remember that. I do remember females hyper fixating on, oh, yeah, I like older men. So let me say this real quick, right? What is a female's purpose for liking an older man? It's not because the older man looks better than the younger man. No, she wants resources. Not only resources, she wants to be able to make the man a scapegoat, right? Now, she's talking about how, listen, the women were making bad decisions, dealing with these older guys. But why would you overlook the younger guys who are your age and your grade for an older man? What does the older man have that you want that the younger guys don't have? Money. Now, it's funny because older men don't even spend money on young women for real, especially at those times, man. Because again, if she's 17, talking to a guy who's like, what, 24, 23, 25, that guy's not spending no money on her. He's taking her back to his apartment, back to his Ma Duke's crib, and he's fucking. That's literally it, dude. He probably getting high with her, smoking some weed, probably popping a pill or something, and he's having sex. So, mind you, right, the females are making a conscious decision that, listen, the guys in my grade, I don't want that. I don't want guys in my grade. Listen, I remember how when I was a junior in high school, so I was about 16, I was dating a underclassman, sophomore, 15. And there was an older guy who she was dating who was older than me, but he already graduated high school. And this guy was at that time, he was like 19, 20. And super thugged out dude, man. You know what I'm saying? Full blown Tyrone. Height, tattoos, gang banging, all that stuff, drug dealer, all that stuff, bro. And I'm thinking to myself, like, yo, why am I losing my girl to a guy like this? It was just absurd to me, but back then I didn't really understand, right? Again, you're making the conscious decision to mess with a guy who you understand, from front to back that he's bad. He's a bad person. Maybe he didn't treat you bad, but his behavior in society is deemed as bad. Your parents wouldn't even approve of him because most times when females deal with these older men, especially when they're in high school, these older guys are not coming to the young girl's house because they already know. Listen, if the dad sees these guys or if the mom sees these, listen, the mom might co-sign, but the dad, he's not going for that shit. But so most moms will actually hide the young daughter's dirt that she's doing out here, but it is what it is, right? So you're making a conscious decision, right? Conscious decision to mess with this older man, but you're operating from a subconscious behavior to deny younger men who are, your age, in your grade, access to you, all because of simple things. Again, guys being into anime, guys actually going to school and making good grades, guys not having the drippiest outfit. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he's not wearing no gold. He's not wearing Jordans. He's not sagging his pants. He's not gangbanging. Oh, he's not trying to get tattoos. You know what I'm saying? Because, mind you, females are taught from young by their moms, aunties, that there are certain men that you should disqualify for, superficial reasons. And my problem with that is, right, so if you're a young girl, 17, 16, 15 years old, can you really claim the victim status? Because at that point, let's keep it a stack, bro. When I was 16, 17 years old, I knew that gangbanging was a bad decision. Now, granted, I had older brothers who were choosing to, gangbanging that lifestyle, and I understood what come with it. But even if you don't, from the outside looking in, we can all think back to guys in high school who were gangbanging, and listen, we saw these guys go in and out of jail and ruin their lives. Yeah, on the outside, you're carrying around a flag, whatever color, you're hanging around guys, and yes, females, they are giving you attention. Back in high school, gangbangers got pretty much more clout, more attention than what the football players did. If you were a football player, basketball player, and you wasn't a starter, you wasn't like a star player, man, nobody cared about it. At least the females didn't care about that. They care more about the gangbanger, right? We saw how the gangbangers got love. But, when you're that age, a lot of stuff is going over your head. But like I said, you're a young woman choosing to make grown person or grown people decisions. Now, she also mentioned how, listen, oh, you wasn't getting no pussy back in high school. Now, fast forward 10, 15 years later, now you're getting pussy. And you heard what she said? Now you're getting it, get over it. See, black women, they want you to overlook their bad behavior when they were young, even though that bad behavior came from a conscious decision, right? Which was also fueled by her subconscious behavior that she picked up on from her family. Because I'm telling you, women learn this stuff from young by people in their family to disqualify men for certain reasons. Mind you, it was a young chick who I was interested in back when I was in school, and I met her mom. You know, my mom couldn't really afford to buy me school supplies. I was definitely lacking in school supplies that semester. And the young girl who I'm talking about, her mom bought me school supplies. Now, when her mom met me for the first time, she dropped off notebooks, she dropped off pencils, pens, binders, folders, dividers, bro. She gave me the whole nine. And her mom told her to her face right in front of me, this is a young man that you should be dating. I guess that turned her pussy dry as the Sahara Desert, man, because she never gave me a chance. Not even close. Not even close, bro. But again, I was a cool dude back then. You know what I'm saying? And you know, that same chick, come to find out, because like I said, we were friends, but the guy who she lost her virginity to, some scumbag. But you couldn't give me a chance, right? Anyways, you know, like I said, stuff like that, even me telling you that story, I remember that from, you know, I was maybe like 14, 15 around that time. I'm 25 right now, 10 years ago. But like the woman said in the video, get over it. Now, I wasn't no incel back in high school. I definitely had my fair share of action, but the chicks that I always wanted always overlooked me for superficial reasons. But like the woman said, get over it, because black women, they want you to overlook their bad decisions and dictate how you should feel about their bad decisions, because they feel like I was a victim. How were you a victim when you made the conscious decision to deal with a man? Because what they're really doing is they're deflecting responsibility, making excuses. Listen, if I'm 25, right? Well, I am 25, but at 25 years old, if I choose to mess with a 17-year-old, I understand that, listen, this is going to be statutory rape. I can go to prison for this. She knows this is an older man. He's well above 18. I'm underage. It's funny because I was actually proposed that opportunity, and I humbly, respectfully declined that, because I'm not going through with that shit. Because I already know, see, what black women want to do, this is what they do, right? Black women will shame you for making good decisions, because as a black man, you're supposed to destroy your life to become the scapegoat for her bad decision making. And this is how they usually deflect, because, mind you, she's putting off the fact that, okay, the older man, he's a drug dealer. Okay, first of all, if you're 17, 16 years old, why are you even talking to a drug dealer? How can you be a victim when you made a conscious decision to go and deal with a drug dealer? You knew he was selling drugs. You knew he was 5, 6 years older than you. Why is he coming down to the school to come and pick you up? Why are you skipping classes to go and hang with this older man who's a drug dealer? You know, but don't you understand, like, they make conscious decisions and try and play the whole victim card just so they don't have to accept responsibility for their bad decisions. That's why I always mention, yo, black women, they're not good people. Everything that black women do, I mean, you can say women in general, but we're focused on black women. It is premeditated. They know exactly what they're doing. At 15, 16, 17 years old, listen, I understand at one point in life, yes, you are young and dumb, but you're not stupid. At 17, 16 years old, you know gangbanging is bad. At 16, 17 years old, you know, if you go and shoot somebody, yo, I'm going to jail. I'm going to prison. At 16, 17 years old, if you're a female, you know, trying to be with a man who's 25 years old, that's not the right thing to do. You know, at least somebody in your family told you, probably your dad, probably your uncle, probably your older brother, listen, it's going to be older men trying to talk to you because he wants sex. He wants pussy. You have to be careful and look out for these guys. But again, black women know I can pull the whole victim card if I can spin the situation. That's why she's trying to spin the situation in a way where, listen, I can always deflect. That's why black women always deal with bad men, because it's a way for her to deflect, and you'll overlook the fact that, oh, she made the bad decision on her own. You wasn't influenced. Nobody coerced you. Nobody put a gun to you and said, listen, do it, bitch. No, stop lying. They're just not good people. And like I said, as a black man, you're supposed to destroy yourself just so you can be the scapegoat for her. That's why they only deal with bad men. Even when they're 50 years old, they still do it. Oh, he was a bad man. Oh, he was cheating. Oh, he was doing that. No, that's what you picked. That's what you decided to get with. You love that shit. For whatever reason, it turns you on. And the fact that you can deflect, become a victim at any given moment, that's what you choose to do. And not to mention that those chicks in that video, they was talking over him. Highly, highly, highly disrespectful. Highly disrespectful. And let's bring it back to the guy again. First of all, as a man, she's saying, listen, get over it. Fuck no. Why, as a man, if women, black women, have been starving you out since you were a teenager, since your 20s, why should you get over that? When you had to look around and look at all of the bad men get all of the young pussy. It was to the point to where young chicks were lining up to go mess with certain guys, dude. She's sitting back and I'll wait my turn. I'll wait my turn. I'll wait my turn. But you have to wait your turn. And when you wait your turn, you're waiting a very long time, black men. And then when you finally get the chance, when she's used up, busted, fat, baggage by 3 other kids, what man out here is, what man is out here saying, oh, you have baggage? Sign me up. What man is out here asking, begging, pleading to meet women with baggage? Oh, you have extra baggage? You have debt and 3 kids by 2 men? Oh, yeah. Sign me up. Sign me up. No man is out here asking for that shit, man. Come on. But see, again, black women, they don't care. They feel like, forget feel. Black women believe you should be grateful. You should be honored that we are finally giving you a chance. Listen, we starved you out so you can build your life up and become this great financially successful man, just so you can give us a second chance, just so you can forget about what you went through in your past. We want you to overlook it. Why? As a young man, listen, if you spent your teenage years not getting no pussy and in your 20s not getting no pussy, let's keep it a stack, dude. That shit is traumatic. And it will probably negatively affect you as far as like socialization and having to deal with women on a certain level because you just never got the chance. Imagine being cut from a football team or basketball team and you never even tried out. You don't know what I can do. You know what I'm saying? You was never given the chance to prove yourself. Not saying that you should prove yourself to females, but you was never given the chance. So why should I care about overlooking the past? No. If anything, yo, black man, if that's what you went through, hold on to it. Listen, in my high school years, yes, it was different. I wasn't no incel. I wasn't starved out like that. But certain chicks that I was dealing with, I always saw how, listen, because I understood my position back then. I'm the average guy. And the chicks that I was always dealing with, when she left me, listen, I did my research. I don't care what no nigga talking about. I did my research on the next guy. The next guy was always Tyrone. It was always some 6'6", gang banging, tattoo covered up nigga. I'm like, okay, well, shit. This is what females like. I've always known this shit. That's what females like. And it's so funny how, listen, I give you guys a real story. When I was a junior, right? It was a chick that I was dating. And that same female, right? She told me how she was waiting to get married to lose her virginity. Now, mind you, we were together for a while. I never had sex with her. Of course, I was receiving some top. But after we broke up and she got with Tyrone, mind you, I was with her for at least I think like 7-8 months. I'm only getting my dick sucked. She breaks up with me, get with Tyrone. Not only was I told, but I was shown the video on how, listen, after just 2 months of being with Tyrone, spring break roll around, we all, well, not me, but at that time, everybody's going down to PCB for spring break. And I'm showing the video how she gets fucked on camera by Tyrone down in PCB. I'm like, whoa. So you let Tyrone fuck on camera, but you told me you were waiting to become a wife to lose your virginity. Right. But again, as I become a grown man in my mid to late 20s, 30s, I'm supposed to forget stuff like that. Not to mention that same chick right now is a single mom of 2 kids. But I'm supposed to forget stuff like that in the past, right? You're holding on to the past. You're angry. Of course I'm angry. What's wrong with you, stupid? Oh, man. And again, Anton, he mentioned something. He said, having a bunch of options isn't always the right thing. And I will say that, right? When you have a bunch of options, for the most part, you're likely to make the wrong decision because too many options, it will overwhelm you. And that's the problem with black women and just females in general. But we're talking about black women, right? They are bombarded by, having all these options to men. The filtration system that black women learn on how to filter out men, they filter out men with good qualities because I guess whatever dual mating strategy that they learn from their moms, their grandmas, aunties, the good men will always be here. And I'm pretty sure that's what black women are told. The good men will always be here. So you can choose to deal with the bad men right now. You know what I'm saying? Because the good men will always be here. The good men will always bail you out. The good men will always save you. No, forget that, black man. Take your fucking cape off. You're not Superman. You're not Robin. You're not Batman. Fuck saving these hoes, my nigga. Let them crash and burn. Listen, go out and go have Tyrone's kids. Go do all the drugs with Tyrone. You feel me? Bail Tyrone out of jail. Let him parole to your crib. Let him beat you. Let him cheat on you. Let him burn your credit. Let him fuck your all your debt up. Listen, let Tyrone. Listen, I'm telling you guys, if black women only want Tyrones, and this is why I get mad at the simps, because simps will receive less action than what you do as an average black man. But black women know that these simps who are still holding on tight, they're gonna always be here because they don't want to leave black women alone. That's why I can't understand a simp, bro. You already don't get no love. You already don't get no pussy from them. Not saying that you should value the pussy. She'd already gave that funky pussy away 1,000 times before she met you. But that's what I'm talking about. Like, yo, you're not even getting nothing good, simp. You think just because you waited all these years, man, man, like I said, man, black man. And that's why they get so angry when you go outside your race. Like I said before, it takes action to make certain moves. And as a black man, you decided, okay, well, listen, you guys weren't fucking with me back in high school. You wasn't fucking with me back in college. I had to wait all this time. So yes, I might as well go and deal with Latinas, snow bunnies, Asian persuasion, Arabs, you know what I'm saying? Indian mommies. I might as well go ahead and do that shit because you bitches are making me wait, starving me out. Like, come on, bro. Of course you're gonna go somewhere else. But again, that's not what black women were taught. They were taught that the simps will always be here. They were taught that the good men will always be here. And not to mention that those same chicks that do that shit to you, because I've experienced it too, they try and hit you up every like 3 to 5 years to see where you're at in life, to see where you're progressing. That one chick that I told you about, who mom bought me the school supplies back when I was in high school, that same chick hit me up on Twitter about 3-4 years ago, around the time when I graduated college, actually. And I remember she asked me, oh, what are you in school for? What are you doing now? Pretty much the checkup. Like going to the doctor when you get a checkup. Yo, that's what she was doing. She was checking up on me, checking in. And it's funny because I'm thinking, it's genuine. She wants to, reconnect. Asked her for her phone number. We texting, and then boom, ghost. Because it's about trying to see where you're at. Have you built yourself up enough for me to come back? Again, her mom told her to right in front of me. He's a good guy. This is the guy that you should be dating, but she never gave me a chance. Yo, I don't have a Twitter account no more. All of my female friends, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to keep it a stack. When you have female friends, it is a pretty cuck thing to do. It's pretty blue-pilled. But when you're, that's the thing about being ignorant. Ignorance is bliss. When you're ignorant, you don't really understand what's going on, but you're having the most fun at the same time. Now, when you have female friends, it's so funny what you, like all the female, I had about 5 female friends. And when you see what they really choose to do, wow, it black pills you, man. It black pills you because you understand exactly how females operate. Black women are making a conscious decision to starve out good men, and they're only picking the worst kind of men to deal with. The worst. That's why I appreciate the fact that I had female friends at an earlier point in my life because by the time, way before I finished college, I cut them all off because by that point, I really couldn't mentally handle it no more because I ain't gonna hold you. Being a female's friend, it really is insufferable, especially a black woman. Like they tell you everything. They share so much with you because in their mind, they don't see you as a threat. Yeah, you may want pussy, but she doesn't see you as a threat to get it. So it's like she can keep you around in her orbit. And again, they look at it from the aspect of, okay, he's my friend. He'll be around forever. Fuck that. Yo, it's funny when I switched up on all of them girls and left them alone, yo, they was panicking. They was hitting me up on the phone, DM me on Instagram, trying to find my old Twitter page. Yo, you cut the fuck off. You're done. I'm not gonna be around to help you. You feel me? That shit is done. But that's just how black women are, dude. They want you to forget about the past. Even though that past was so traumatic. It was heartbreaking to watch that shit sometimes. But, yo, as a black man, listen, you spent that time alone and you built yourself up. Give yourself a pat on the back because I know how painful, I know how lonely, I know how stressful that grind was. But you made it to the other side of the tunnel. You saw the light at the end and you made it out. Give yourself a pat on the back. Go find you Latina mommy. Go find you Asian persuasion. Go find you Indian mommy. You feel me? Go find you an Arab. And listen, if you really want a wife too, like, again, back to what Anton said, you got to find the best one for you. I can guarantee you the best chick for you as a black man, you are not going to find it in America. Promise you that. So black man, my advice to you, hold on to the past. Hold on to how black women treated you back in high school, college, and use that disdain, use that hate. Listen, I can admit it's hate, bro. I know it's hate. I feel it, but I don't hold on to it in that way where I'm spiteful. I use that hate, I use that disdain as fuel to push me forward in life. But I always remember, listen, this is how it was. Just because I'm not messing with black chicks that I went to high school with or I went to college with, listen, if I'm 35, or I'm not 35, but let's say I'm 35 years old, right? And now I'm meeting some black chick who's like 30 years old, 29, 31. Yo, I know what your ilk, I know what your kind was doing back in high school. I know what your kind was doing back in college. Yo, I met this one black chick in my neighborhood when I got my first apartment. She told me this one day we hanging out. She told me that, listen, I ain't never dated no drug dealer. I ain't never dated no bad guy. Shut the fuck up, bitch. For real, shut the fuck up. The fact that you said that shit with a bold-faced lie, but that's because she saw me in a certain light, the same way how the chicks from back then saw me. I'm a good dude. See, listen, when you're a good dude, it shines off of you. It oozes off of you. It's your aurora. You feel me? That's your energy, bro. Good dude energy oozes off of you. Bad energy from bad men, it oozes off of them. That's why I said females are making the conscious decision to go and mess with those kind of guys because they can tell the difference. Not only tell, they was taught the difference. So they know which men are good, they know which men are bad, and they deflect. They choose the bad men so he can be the scapegoat. And listen, when things go left, oh, I'm a victim, I'm a victim, I'm a victim. No, the fuck you're not, bitch. You're just not a good person. You're evil. That's what black women are, my nigga, evil. Anyways, like I said, man, use that hate, use that fuel. Use that hate, use that disdain, use it as fuel. Push yourself forward in life. Don't forget where you came from, right? Don't forget the pain, the trauma, the lonely nights we're studying, the lonely nights in the bed, the hard days at the job. But remember, it was all worth it in the long run. Anyways, black man, I'm out. Peace.